Olá pessoal, hoje vamos jogar um jogo que se chama What Remains of Edith Finch. Parece-me um jogo fixe, um jogo de, sei lá, mistério, meio que puzzle. Não sei bem o que é que estou à espera, assim, de assassinatos ou assim. Provavelmente não vou conseguir passar o jogo de uma vez, portanto devo ter que fazer uma ou duas partes. E é isso, parece que estamos a começar num barco. Que aqui mostra uma árvore genealógica da Finches. Isto deve ser o meu carácter. 1999 foi quando eu nasci, estava. Coincidência. Que isto são os irmãos que já morreram? Ou são os pais? Não sei. Estou muito à toa. Pegamos a isso. Play. Aqui atrás nos volta para o lado. O que é que é suposto fazer? Ok. Edith Finch. Não sei se é uma nova. Ok. Porque se calhar tenho que passar a página.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Deixa-me ver só um bocado mais dialogue. Muito. Só dela. Ok, começamos numa floresta. Ela deve ser a casa que estava a falar. Uma casa bastante
I lived
peculiar.
here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Ok. Uma caixa de correio, temos que ver aqui.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Ok, se eram urgentes. Ups. Alguém não viu as cartas. Como é que eu saio daqui? Okay.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Ok, afinal eram mesmo os irmãos que estavam a morrer. Consigo correr? Não.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Ok.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Esquerda ou direita? Está o sapo. Okay, where am I supposed?
Even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
Ok, ela ficou com a casa.
About my family that only the house knew the answers to. The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent.
Quem é que vive aqui no meio da floresta, no meio da nada?
Never do.
Ai, está de arrepiante. My God. Milton Finch, será um irmão? If you have information. Okay. Wow. Outro jornal, missing. Ok, I'm out of here. Come on, let's go.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Ok, não vou entrar nesta casa. Tchau, pessoal, ficar aqui o vídeo. What the fuck? Quem foi o engenheiro que montou isto? Porquê é que fiz umas torres lá para cima? E aqui tanto espaço. What the fuck? Ok. Agora porquê? I guess.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Como uma criança e como adultos, what the fuck are you talking about? Dude, é só cartazes.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
My god, e com 17 anos estás aqui a fazer o quê? Ai, o que é que eu estou a jogar? Here goes nothing.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Psych.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Ok, não está assim tão má. Como é que eu entro? Isto não dá para correr, é um bocado boring. Se vier um gajo com uma machada atrás de mim, como é que vai ser? Tenho que dar a volta. Oh, música é esta? Oh my god. Estas coisas que não sei como é que se chama. Espanta-espíritos. Deixa eu só espreitar.
The house
Oh, dá
felt
mesmo
like
para
it had
espreitar.
always
What?
been here. Even the swing set was older than my mother.
Uma estátua muito estranha. Aquilo é o Loch Ness. Oh. Será que a chave é para esta porta? Ok, I'm in.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Ok. Ligar as luzes.
The power had been turned off the night we
Psych.
left.
O que é isto? Acho que é coisa do portão, não é? Consigo passar aqui. Algum corpo? Nope. Okay, let's go.
For the first time in years,
2010. Que isto deve ser a família. Eddie, Don, Lewis, Milton, Edith. Oh my god, não estou preparado.
I felt like I was home.
Isto é uma biblioteca?
But instead of a family, there
Oh,
were
wow.
just memories of one.
Eca. Dude. Eddie era a avó. Don a mãe. Louis o irmão. Dude. Ah não, a Eddie é bisavó. Jesus. Ok. What's this?
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Ah.
Or how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Deixa-me só diminuir um bocado a sensibilidade. Controls.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just
What the fuck,
too
é só
much
livro
of it,
nesta
like
casa.
a smile with too many teeth.
Ok, cool, cool. Bem, é nesta parte do vídeo que vamos ver todos os títulos dos livros. Just kidding.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Ok, isto é uma casa original que pelos vistos se afundou. Parece-me estar no topo de uma montanha, mas não, afundou-se. Uma mesa fixe. Não percebi bem o que é suposto fazer. Está aberto. Não.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Estou muito confuso. Ok, está aqui uma cena para interagir.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Isto são fotos reais. Parece bem. Está aqui a reger mesmo.
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Para ir lá acima. Ei, eu quero ir nesta cadeira. Ixi, mano. Please. Oh, calma. Jeez, tantos quadros.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie
Milton.
retaliated and drilled peepholes.
What the fuck? Jesus, não. Ah, ok, também uns quartos fechados. Calvin. Caraca, com espuma e tudo à volta. Jesus. Que é este? Gregory. Wait. Que datas são estas? Oh my god.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Isto é um quarto, isto é uma casa de banho. Olá, alguém? O Gregory viveu na casa de banho. Respeitar este.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
The fuck? Como assim morto? Estou muito confuso. Sven, Eddie. Oh my god, what is going on?
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Ok, agora. Oh, who's this?
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Já não me lembro quem é a Bárbara. Mas parece que participou no filme assim. Dá para subir mais, saber quem é. Este é o quarto da Bárbara.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Ok. Pelo visto foi mesmo uma estrela. Aqui vamos subir.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
What am I supposed to do now? Isso aqui é uma ficha estranha. Vou tirar a ficha. Can I? I can't. Às vezes ouço tipo uns ruídos mesmo. the fuck?
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Ok.
I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Ok.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never
Ah.
believed him.
Deixa eu ver daqui. Ok. I hope. Got him.
Turns out,
20,000
my mom
links
was
nada
really good
assim.
at keeping secrets.
Isto é tão estranho fazer. Ah, isto está correto também. Ixi.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
Ok, a música está a começar a
But I had no
dar-me
idea what was
creeps.
behind that door.
It's a princess room. Not a big deal.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Ok, se isto está a dar save é porque vem agora um jumpscare. Am I right? Tipo, como é que não sabias da existência neste quarto?
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Oh. What? Oh.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
What the fuck? Ok.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Ok, agora sou uma pequenita. Deve ser a Molly, I guess.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
This is sad.
Mom, can I come out now?
Ela está trancada.
It's late. Go to sleep.
Parecia tipo uma mãe indiana. Pelo sotaque.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
I told you, save for later. Vamos comer o peixe. Nham, nham, nham. Oh,
I thought about eating Christopher,
Oh
but
my
I
God.
held back.
don't do it. Man, this is weird. What am I supposed to do? Por deste. The fuck? Casa de banho, ok.
I kept eating and eating.
Não. Oh my god, estás a comer pasta de dentes. Why? Para o espelho, mano. Quadro preto.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Oh no. That's how you die.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
I don't like where this is
I
going.
reached out for her.
Jesus. Esta janela está trancada.
And suddenly,
What the fuck?
I was a cat.
as bagas do zubinho da Almoca. Porque, yeah, man, tem boa agilidade. Holy damn.
I tried to be
Here.
quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Come here. Come here. I catch you. I catch you. Agora. I catch you.
I jumped and I almost got her.
The fuck?
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Que esta casa, mano.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Gonna get you. Gonna get you.
I gobbled her up,
Oh. Oh no.
and suddenly I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind.
Uau.
Then I heard
Consigo
little
voar.
teeth nibbling
Oh.
in the grass.
Oh. Not sure. Ah, consigo mesmo. Oh, where are you, bro? Shhh. This is hard.
Rabbits.
Oh. Boa. What the fuck? Isso aqui é um coelho. Oh my god, this is hard. Quero descer. What is going on? Ah, tá ali, tá ali. Let's go. Get him, boy. Get him. Come on. Ei, mano, não estou a precisar nada dos controles justos, ok. Bem... Não. What the fuck is going on? Get out. Got him, motherfucker.
I imagined his face
Ooh.
looking up and
Oh,
seeing
Jesus.
mine through my talons.
Calm down.
I
Gráficos,
swallowed him
wow.
up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Assim maior.
A mama rabbit.
Who's the mama rabbit? Oh shit, what the fuck? Come here. Oh. Let's go, gamers.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
Bro, como é que tu engalas isso
Suddenly,
inteiro?
I was a shark.
What the fuck? Como é que vais andar no meio da merda? Ok, I guess you don't. Jesus. Ah, ok, posso saltar. Go! Go, shark! Go, shark, go! Yeah. Oh no.
I rolled off a cliff and into
My
the
God.
ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
What the fuck? Onde é que está a comida? Alright, let's... No!
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Come here. Então. Ok.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Oh, Jesus. Another one? What is that? Come here. Come here. I thought that's something like come here. Come here. No.
I grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Que? Oh my god. Isto é uma corda. My fucking god. Isto não é uma corda. O que é isto? Uma lampreia? What the
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
que... Estou a jogar um zoo simulador. Não sei o que é suposto fazer. O que é suposto eu comer enquanto minhoca? O que é isto? Really weird. Oh my god, o que é isto?
I
Oh my
was
god,
big,
lembrou.
but I moved real quiet.
Real quiet. Oh my god, what the fuck? And you're gone. Apareci.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Yeah, you're pretty much dead. Eu não sei o que é que são, mas isto assusta. And now you're too, Captain.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled
Jesus, girl.
something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Psst, I'm a snake. Estou muito confuso com este jogo até agora. Isto é uma sanita. Oh my god. Isto é a minha casa. Não quero ir para aí, what the fuck are you doing?
I got closer and closer.
Where am I? Oh my god. What is going on? Por que há folhas cá dentro? Isto é o teu quarto? Calma, anda mais rápido. Fuck you, pig. Oh.
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But
Oh my
it's
god,
not
the
going
cobra
to
tá ali
wait much
embaixo.
longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be
Mas vai rápido, não? I'm confusion.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure
Oh.
Edie would have.
Okay. Let me take a look. Alright. A não ser quem é mal em termos de parentesco. So, yeah. Oh, gato. Desapareceu.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Este parece ser o quarto da bisavó.
We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom.
Meu, as paredes estão sempre cheias de coisas.
Her room was like a museum.
What is this?
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
Passo isto. Pois é isso? Oh. Odin. Are you Odin? Parece que são autores de livros. I guess. Sven Eddy. Who's Eddy? Sven Eddy. Bem, esta pessoa viveu bué tempo. 93 anos. I don't know. Estou a ver agora. Ok.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Oh. Johan. Não aparece aqui. Ingeborg. Isto são bebês? Deixa eu ver. Ah não. Oh. Ok, mulher. Do Odin é Ingeborg. Ok.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
37. That's when he died.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
What? Ok, mudar a casa. Tipo, a casa é um barco, ele pôs a casa num barco.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Ok, filha do Odin, Eddy. Eddy. Ok, Eddy, o marido é Sven, baby Molly. Sven. Molly, que foi o que nós vimos há bocado.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
Odin. Odin.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
What? Nice bathroom. Aqueles espelhos são para matar, uau.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace. There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Oh, wow.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
What is going on? Milton, meu irmão. Yeah. You were here? Milton? Couple turns line into maybe. Yeah. Isto não foi o quarto que não sei o que tipo, viveu para aí nos 7 anos, ok? Com ele morto. O irmão morto. Calvin Sam. Calvin Sam.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
No. What the fuck? As casas são estas? The command center.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Oh, cool. Calvin, 1950. Calvin. Morreu com 11 anos. Porquê que esta gente morre tão nova?
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he...
Barbara's. Estão todos irmãos? Não percebo. Este é o Odin. Casou com a Ingeborg. Tiveram o Eddie. Ou é Eddie. Yeah. Que casou com a Sven. Mas tipo, a árvore não é muito explícita.
Wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
Ok, que o Calvin ainda não está vivo.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
O que eu sei? Quer ser? Bro, como é que eu sei? I'm so confused. Mandei isto ao máximo, estou-me a cagar. Holy damn. Holy damn.
I told him going around was impossible.
Yep.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Vais fazer um flip.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Okay, I should go. But how? How do I go? Dude, quero parar. Ok, esperar que de fazer balanço isto para. Uau. Onde quiseres. Uau. Dude. É suposto sair. I'm really confused. Okay. I don't know. Acho que tenho que irritar a minha mãe. I guess. Ok pessoal, se quiserem dar skip nesta parte, porque what the fuck.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up.
Bro, os teus pés estão a morrer.
And maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Holy fuck. Os pés vão morrer.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Fuck. Vou fazer um flip. Oh,
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Grandpa Sam. Este é teu avô. Yeah, avô, bisavô. Lol. Wow. Well, that's nice.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Ok, eu vou aqui primeiro. Ok, isto é para fugir. Oh, uau. A coisa do vinho.
Edie's father Odin built the original house.
Isso fala. Oh.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Não. Cadê uma boneca? Oh.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Ganhou um Emmy. Que é preciso de toalha. Tá aqui.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Ok, até agora estamos a contar as histórias dos filhos da nossa bisavó. Ou seja, todos os nossos. Não são avós, tios avós. Yeah. Morreram todos, what the fuck, 10 anos, 11 anos, 26 anos, 33 anos. Ok.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
What the fuck?
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan
Oh, no.
and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate
Just
when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
fuck.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Ugh.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Okay, time to play some pool. Let's go. Get in there. Come. Oh, 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 oh. Get. Get out of it. Get out. Trying to play some billiard. Oh, oh, God, oh, my God. Oh, wow. Game over. Get out of here. Got him. Okay, let's go.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Este acidente do pai, ou avô, eu don't know.
The old fridge
My God.
rattled and grew still.
Jump scare.
Oh dear!
What the fuck? The fuck out of here.
Oh!
Rick?
Oh my God. Foi uma
Barb,
prank.
relax. I I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
Threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah!
Walter. Parece-me um irmão mais novo.
Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
What the fuck? Isto é a casa deles. Está para não. Ok, música, podes parar. My god, bro.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh no.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. When he knew he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Ok, maravilha.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Oh,
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
dude, come on.
Had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
What is going on?
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
My god.
Oh dear.
What the fuck?
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't
The
there
heck?
myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard. But that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
My
Now
god.
that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Doubt. Até que fazer a história da Eddie. Jesus. Tenho que voltar para trás. Ir ao quarto da Eddie.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Eu não sei como é que entrei aqui. Foi.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Este quarto é de quem? Luís. Já fiz o Luís. Não.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Acho que tenho que fazer a história da Eddie. Aqui. Right? Am I right? Não, o Louis era não. Está aqui depois dele.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. I wonder if that comic was right about there being a key inside the music box near the basement. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
E volta tudo para trás.
maybe I should go check out that music box down by the basement.
Já percebi.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Tudo que cenas.
If I keep winding the music box, maybe a key will pop out like it did in the comic book.
Acenda a luz. Can't see shit. Como é que eu deixo para o basement? Aqui. Ah. Realmente tem iluminação. Ah, quer jogar, quer jogar. Calma.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
Tudo. Walter. Não sei se é o avô. Avô, tio avô. Mas esteve vivo até 5 anos.
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Ele tinha 8 anos quando ela morreu. Porquê que foi? Calma, puto.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Que é isto? Walter.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
What?
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today.
Isto é pêssego.
I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Janeiro de 76. Isto foi 16 anos depois de ela morrer. E ele tinha 24 anos. What the fuck?
And then one day, everything just
2005, Jesus. São muitas latas de pêssegos, mano. 2005 tinhas que idade? 53.
stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Tudo, nem mastigas.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can. I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara.
Já não lembro como é que esta gaja morreu. Era o gato. Yeah. E esta foi assassinada. Whatever. Muito estranho. Este também tirou-se do Wallace. What the fuck?
And Molly.
What the fuck?
And Calvin.
Dementia. That's what it is.
Maybe this is all a mistake.
Well.
But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
Okay.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
My God. What is wrong with these people?
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Tudo, como é que eu com 53 anos já tem este aspecto de velha? Jesus, morar numa
I'm sure
caverna
my
a
mom
ver
was
sexo.
trying to protect me. Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me
Aqui
about
já é
the people
eletricidade.
under
Lol.
the house, I I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
This is so wrong.
Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Repolter. Wait, what? What happened? Onde é que é suposto ir? Partir para trás. Ah, o tremer era o comboio. O tremer quando ele estava na gruta. Ok. Era quando o comboio passava. Tudo. Onde é que é suposto ir? What? Meu, como é que ele viveu 30 anos dentro daquela gruta? What the fuck? Todos os dias a comer latas de peixe ao pequeno almoço. Jesus, por muito bom. Tipo, eu penso que seja. Ok, 30 anos. Ok, já prestei os meus respeitos. Can I go now? Ok, para aqui, what the fuck? O que é há cadeiras nas
I don't
árvores?
know if I should even be writing this.
I don't know if I should be here. Ok, what the fuck? O que se passou
Maybe
aqui?
it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Dude, why? What is going on?
But I thought you should know about your family.
Luzes automáticas.
And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
True.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
That is true. That is true, and that is
It's embarrassing for me
creepy.
to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
The fuck?
3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Chirpy, burpy, derpy, derpy, junior. Lurpy, furpy, zerpy. That's some creativity right there.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Wow. Oh, wow. Molly Finch. Portanto, a Molly foi esta que morreu como gato. Esta está representada um gato com asas. Cool. O Calvin era o astronauta no Baloiço. Sven. Ainda não vi a história do Sven. Parece que morreu com o serrate. O Eddie, não percebi como é que ele morreu. O Eddie também ainda não vi. Walter. Is that a man? Tudo está bem feito. Walter foi que nós vimos agora do comboio. Morava no túnel. A Bárbara era a estrela da televisão. Damn.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea.
Still loading.
My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Isto foi a casa que tipo só lagou. What the fuck? Parece que eu tive um tsunami ou assim.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Não sei o que é que está a
There's so
passar.
many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Mas quem é que está vivo? É só a Edith? E ela disse que talvez pudesse estar outro vivo, mas quem? Os irmãos estão mortos, este está morto. Este e este estão mortos. Este outro. What? Todos os que estão aqui estão mortos. A Kay não sabemos, mas eu sem jeito tinha a sepultura ali atrás. Confusion, como é que toda a gente morreu?
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Mate. But... Estou grávida. Eu estou grávida. A Edith está grávida. 22 semanas, isso é quanto? 22 dividido por 4. Dá para aí 5 ou 6 meses. 4 ou 5 meses.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Grandpa Sam. Yep.
They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
What? Am I gonna have to suit me?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
I guess.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
Sven.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you need to be strong.
Jesus.
Great shot, Don.
Ugh, that's messed up.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about.
Dad!
My god. Really?
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Quem era a rapariga? Era a mate, Edith? Cujo nome não sei, talvez Dawn? Not sure. That's what you get for being a hunter.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Where am I supposed to go?
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Jesus.
Dear Kay, do you remember the wake? Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone. Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Gregory is Gregory. What? Vejam bem, what the Wow.
I think he saw things the rest of us
Baby
don't.
Simulator. the heck?
That's things over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
Oh no.
Hello?
Como é que eu vai ver a minha mulher? Oh my god.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
What his world was like. It reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his
Oh, Jesus.
imagination.
Suposto fazer tipo uma fila? Uau, ok. Mas tenho que saltar por cima da baleia. Yep.
I know how silly it sounds.
My god. Oh no.
But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Ele vai ver o shampoo.
Damn it.
I know
I don't
it.
want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything.
I'm a frog. Motherfucker.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet
Who's guess?
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now
remembered.
pronounce you husband and wife. To make this try.
No. I tried to talk him out of it, but though I never met her, even with a step. Okay, cool for you. Próximo. Dude, what is going on? The heck?
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh shit. Rip, son.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
The heck?
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent
That's
our
cool.
dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
My god.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus. My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings. Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
What?
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Okay. It's a processor. What the heck, dude?
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Really? Oh, estamos a começar de baixo para cima. Okay, okay. I see where this is going.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Como é que eles fazem estas casas? What the fuck, é um barco. Quem é que vive aqui?
Lewis's room smelled very,
Lewis.
very familiar. That part of him lived on.
No, no.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
No. Alright, alright.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats.
Come on.
And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
Este multitasking está mal montado. Oh wow.
He took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Subway.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Tokyo. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Then
he made musicians.
Well. Yo.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
What the heck?
They begged him to stay. but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
That's creative.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Oh, sorry bro, sorry. Parece que tem que começar a fazer o meu trabalho mesmo.
Handsome queen.
Shit.
The queen was on her own quest for
Rainbows, estás a usar aqui?
radiant rainbows. He followed the sound of her
Sitar.
electric sitar.
Some George Harrison shit.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Dude. Jesus, calma, ficou peixe, bro.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chasing Simon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
The heck, dude?
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker.
Desculpem esta pausa. Estava a responder ao André. O chato que quer jogar Rocket League.
He began to
Tanto
despise the
peixe.
man with a royal contempt.
Hello me. Dude, nem estás a trabalhar, o que estás a fazer? Opa, fuck, cares. Aí, tenho que ir para aqui.
I still thought I could
shit.
save him.
Oh my god, ele veio para
Even
aqui,
after
tipo,
he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
ele veio para aqui tipo inconscientemente.
The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who had insisted on advising him. His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down on his head.
Oh no. Oh no. What
And
the
the rest I think
fuck?
you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Ai, a guilhotina de dinheiro era tipo a guilhotina do peixe. What the heck? What the heck, dude?
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Ok, faltam quantas pessoas? Uma, duas, três. Três ou quatro? What the heck, dude?
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Isto é o meu quarto?
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway.
Oh my
Why don't
god.
you go open it?
É a
The
velha que
grown-ups
maluca.
have to argue
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Oh my god. Quero ouvir.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance, or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They
Foi mesmo de
the
nome.
lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Sempre em frente, sempre em frente.
I got
Oh my god.
turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things.
The heck?
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Wait, Grandma.
The next
No.
morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Dawn, yeah, Dawn é a mãe.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
What? Acabou. Mas nem fiz. Não fiz alguns caracteres. Algumas pessoas. Estou muito confuso com este jogo. Tipo, não sei. Estava à espera de outra coisa do jogo. Não estava à espera. Sei lá, estava à espera tipo de resolver um assassinato ou assim. I mean, estas pessoas morreram todas de formas bem estranhas. Mas tipo, falta alguma coisa na história. Tipo, sei lá, é só uma rapariga. Não sei. Pelos vistos até foi um rapaz que encontrou uma espécie de diário assim. E leu o diário da Edith, em que descrevia tipo, sei lá, a família. Mas foi tudo sem explicação. Que foto estranha. Não sei. Não sei o que dizer. Foi estranho. Um jogo estranho. Tipo, as pessoas morreram mesmo de forma estranha. Tipo, transformaste num gato. Tipo, eu não... se isto tem alguma... tipo, alguma metáfora ou assim. Depois aparecem aqui objetos assim. Se há alguma tipo de metáfora ou uma comparação com tipo formas de morrer, sei lá, ou por ter demência ou algo assim, tipo não percebi se é por aí, ainda não. Portanto, yeah. É um jogo, sei lá, não foi muito divertido jogar, estava mesmo à espera de outra coisa. But I guess, tipo, a história parece fixe, um bocado, não sei, um bocado sem nexo, mas os gráficos e assim os objetos, tipo, até estava porreiro. I don't know, Lewis, ok, está. The end. What the heck? Play. Já vai começar de novo. Pronto, foi isso, pessoal. Não sei. Não aconselhava muito a jogar porque não é assim tão. Não sei, é quase uma história, nem é bem o jogo. O jogo é simplesmente andar para a frente e interagir com algumas coisas para ouvir sobre a história. Portanto, eu não sei porque estou num barco, comecei num barco e sou um rapaz com umas flores. Portanto, isto dava quase um filme ou whatever. Ou um livro, não muito um jogo. Mas pronto, é isso. Espero que tenham gostado, pessoal. E vejo no próximo jogo, não faço ideia que seja ou whatever, próxima stream, o que for. Fiquem bem e paz.